Hello, every pony. I'm not really sure, what I'm actually gonna take out of this, but, since I already have to do it, I'm gonna go freaking wacky mode, man. Um, ooh, I'm low-key acting like you already know what I'm talking about, so I should, back up a piddle. Also, I am in my college dorm closet, so if you hear any crinkling, that's the gift wrap from that's some gift wrap. Don't even worry about that. But hi. I'm Regina. I'm a freshman in the University of Texas at Austin CAP program, doing my freshman year at the University of Texas at San Antonio, in hopes of transferring to Austin in the fall this fall under their radio, television, and film program. In short, I'm just a little film major chud. I don't even know, man. This podcast is an assignment I have to do for one of my classes where I had to complete an Adobe micro credential, and honestly, I just chose the funnest one. I low key did not know I was gonna have to make a podcast, but you know, I don't mind. Um, I I've always wanted to create content somehow. I mean, doy, I'm a film major, but there's always been this dream in the back of my mind to run a YouTube channel, but it's always felt too overwhelming. I have to make time to edit, to film, to really market my shit or, and I'm low key just kind of lazy. But now that I have to do this for a class, I think a podcast would be an easy way to sink into content creation and kind of get myself out there because the only way I can really make a name for myself in film is for by networking and making myself known. And it doesn't hurt. And actually, fun fact, this isn't the first time that I do something like this. Yes, I've played these games before. During quarantine in 2020, I actually ran a pretty successful TikTok account that at its peak had around 19.2K followers. It's not too shabby, I would say. Especially because the account just consisted of 12-year-old me screenshotting memes on Instagram and then reading them out loud in a voice filter. It's lost the time now, partly because I privated the account because I gained consciousness and I was like, what the hell is this? And partly because I made it under my high school email, which I lost access to when I graduated. So RIP at meme or no laugh on TikTok. That was my username because my whole bit, the thing that made me different from other people was that I didn't exaggerate a laugh, and low key that got some people on my side. That low key got people sitting on my lap and watching my stuff. But okay, anyways, when thinking of a title for this podcast, I was torn between the worst cinephile and the worst film major. But in the end, I chose the worst cinephile because it kind of just rolls off the tongue better. And because it's easier to slap on an $80 100% polyester hoodie when I inevitably get famous off of this. But what makes me the worst though? Well, besides the fact that I haven't really seen any movies that are outside of my comfort niche, which is really bad as a film major. My friends will make references to movies oh, but I'm a cheerleader or The Virgin Suicides or anything like that. And I'm like, Papa has not seen that. That's me, I'm Papa. Um but I'm hoping that this podcast will kind of change that because I can't just keep talking about the same 6 movies that I rewatch. And something that I would say would also make me not the best cinephile, which by the way, cinephile is just a preface. I know it ends in file, but it cinephile, in case you don't know, it's someone who's just really into movies, someone who watches a lot of movies, consumes a lot of film, you know? But anyways, I the movies that I watch a lot of the time are really bad. They are horribly rated. People everywhere are like, bro, that is so freaking dookie. But I like them because I had fun watching them. So anything else doesn't even matter. For my credentials, I'd like to welcome to the room my four letterbox top fuck my letterbox my 4 letterbox favorites. Woo! Woo! Ladies, please control yourself. Ladies. The first 2 are pretty well liked, so maybe I'm already lying to you, but they're Ella Enchanted and Pride and Prejudice. I love Anne Hathaway. And the overall medieval aesthetic, for lack of a better word, of Ella Enchanted is so delicious. As for Pride and Prejudice, whew, I think I've seen that movie like 9 times. I watched it for the first time last year, which is, like, crazy to me because I was reading the book for my AP Literature class, and I wanted to, like, tackle the many characters in an easier way because there were so many, and I needed some way to, like, put names to faces, and after I watched it, I just freaking fell in love with it. Everyone I know is automatically indoctrinated. I make everyone watch this movie. I think it's, like, my top favorite movie ever, and, yeah, watch Pride and Prejudice. So beautiful. Fuck. Ooh, fakes. Oh my god, fake fan alert. I don't know what year it came out. Hold on, because I know there's so many. Fuck. Okay, the 2005 Pride and Prejudice specifically. I really like that one. That is my favorite. I actually haven't seen any of the other ones. Maybe call me a poser. And then like my final two for my top letterbox top four are Pixels and the Bugatti tapes. Bear with me. Like, you show my monkey brain in Adam Sandler movie, and I just can't help but, like, slap my fucking belly and laugh all throughout. Pixels is so special to me because of the concept itself. Like, that is so creative, and, like, Josh Gad is in it, and he's so wonderful, and I love him. If you don't know what Pixels is about, it's like humans sending a capsule full of like human stuff to space. Aliens find it. They see footage in that capsule of kids like playing arcade games, and they see it as like a threat or like a sign of war, and they begin deploying those same arcade games to destroy Earth. And only Adam Sandler and Josh Gad can save them because they were really good when they were young. Like it's just literally that. Like there's two goated, so they gotta like save Earth. And Kevin James is the president. As for the Poughkeepsie tapes, I honestly have no explanation for why I like it. I love horror. It's like my favorite genre ever. And I especially love like ridiculous horror movies. The Poughkeepsie tapes kind of like it's definitely trying to like be taken seriously, which isn't something I like usually, but like it's just so I don't know. Like you just can't take it seriously at all and it kind of like wraps around. The editing and the feel of this movie is just super cool to me. I understand why like others don't like it. Like the killer is really weird. Like he's genuinely such a freak. And one of my personal pet peeves is people who like romanticize or like really are too into like serial killers or true crime and whatnot. Like, I don't want to hear about your crush on Richard Ramirez. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I understand that side of the movie. And also, it's seen as like quite a disturbing movie. And I do also get that. Like, I'm not going to try to be like some fucking like fucking Timmy Tough Knuckles edgelord here. It is kind of like a weird movie. It's very like disturbing. It's very like ah, but I like it. Like most other pretentious like film majors, I also have favorite directors, but like everyone else, they're pretty basic because I have yet to expand my film viewing. They're I might butcher this. Fake fan. They're Yorgos Lanthimos. He's famous for Begonia, which I freaking loved, and Poor Things, which I haven't seen. He also directed The Lobster. Lobster is pretty good. I really like The Lobster. I actually have the screenplay. Let me know, guys. Let me know if you want to see a screenplay haul. And Eli Roth, which is famous, who's famous for Hostel, The Green Inferno, Thanksgiving. You know, I especially like Eli Roth. I think he's like my favorite director, as he kind of falls into the same category as the Bugatti tapes, and is honestly just like a weird little guy. Like his movies are bad. They're actually really bad, but I eat that shit up. Anyways, as I mentioned previously, I'm a film major, currently working as a barista to help pay for school, which means I've probably already found my job for the foreseeable future. Like I might just be set for life. I'm not going anywhere higher up. But if film does end up paying off, I would love to be a director. Like that is like my top dream. But I know that's aiming too high. So I also would really like to be either like a concept artist, a production assistant, or work anywhere in props or makeup, especially props. I'm really into props. I like the idea of script writing, but I'm not sure I have what it takes. I feel like my writing kind of rinses and repeats. Like I could have like one really good piece of writing, but then like you'll see my other pieces of work and you'll be like, "Oh, this is just the same thing in like different seasoning." I know I can't do screenwriting. I feel like I can't, but I for sure know, I really, really know I can't act, even though I really wish I could. The like 2 student films I did in high school where I had to act, you can like tell that I'm really like stiff. I'm really hard at like portraying emotion. Oh, but I wish I could do it. Oh, I wish I could do it. My reasoning for pursuing film is because I'm super, super disappointed with the path that the industry is going down right now. I'm so sick and tired of seeing live action remakes and unnecessary sequels of movies when really cool original movies don't get marketed as much and are set up for failure. I think nostalgia is like becoming too it's like it works, but it shouldn't work like that. I'm tired of seeing movies reach like their 7th installment in the franchise. Like, can we let it go? And, like, it might sound hypocritical since, like, I'm not opposed to movie series, like, the Nightmare on Elm Street movie series is, like, my favorite thing ever, but there's a difference between, like, you wanting to expand a story and you wanting an easy cash grab where you know people like your movie, you know you can get, like, old actors. That's just, like, a completely different thing, and I don't like that. I'm not really sure what exactly I can directly contribute yet, but I know I want change. And I know that's kind of a lame answer, and it's kind of a nothing burger, but I'm mostly motivated by my hatred for these kinds of movies. I don't really know what exactly I want to do in film yet. I have ideas, but I feel like the more I dip my toes into it, I'll be able to see how I can help. I'm not some like deep thought-provoking film major either. I know I can't make touching movies like Beautiful Boy or Sinners where they have this like message that really like resonates with you. But the truth is, I don't want to. I love and respect the filmmakers who do that, but I know that even though it's in my consuming niche, it's not in my creative. I know I can't make movies like that. My biggest film inspirations are the cheesy comedies from around the 2000s, like no, from around the 2010s, like early 2000s were like no, late 2000s and early to mid 2010s, such as like Basketball or Zombieland or like Eurotrip. I really really like their editing specifically. I think it's like really hard to make it maybe like stand out and be taken seriously when you're a comedy like that. But like they do things that make me like that they earn my respect by. If that makes sense. I don't think it does, but they earn my respect. And that's kind of what I resonate with that a lot because I myself am a very like unserious person and I don't plan on changing, but I want to be respected for that. I think more fun, lighthearted movies need to be sprinkled into theaters just so we can like goof around. Like let's goof around, sit in theaters, rub our bellies and giggle together, man. Um I guess, like, it's kind of obvious, but, I guess I'll explain, like, what I'm gonna do in this podcast. In this podcast, I honestly just wanna talk about movies because it's my favorite thing ever. I love telling people around me about, like, the latest movie I watched, even if the story gets, like, rinsed and repeated over and over again, and I tell, like, everyone in my life. Films are so subjective, and I love putting my own 2 cents each time and seeing what other people got from the same movie. It's so cool to me. I love talking movies. Whether it be like a movie I just watched, a movie that's like just simply been on my mind, movies that I've watched before that again, like they're just lingering in my mind, or I rewatched again because that's all I do. Or honestly, anything happening in the movie world. Um, I know the Oscars just passed, so that kind of there goes a potential episode. Maybe I'll like still cover it, but I'll just be here talking about it. Um, That's about all I can really think to say for this intro, but if this reaches any audience at all, like, thank you for listening to my jabbering. I'm not sure if I'll be able to post episodes on a consistent schedule due to my classes and work, but I'll try my best. If all goes well, I might even start posting these on YouTube, which is I wrote this script, like, before I made that a YouTube channel, which I think I will, I'm not sure yet. Um, I need to figure out how to link my socials on here so I can kinda get that going. But, with that, like, goodbye. Thank you for staying, and until the next movie. Was that a good outro?